Right, so today, guys, I'll give you a short tour behind the curtain on what's happening in a bank in a war country. So if you're interested in that, you can stay here. If you want to have a warm lunch, you can go there. But first, let me give a brief introduction what Moneybank is, or what Moneybank was before the war. Monobank, it's not even a company. There is no such company called Monobank. Monobank is a result of cooperation between Fintech Band, is a company I co-founded, and existing bank which had no retail presence before we created this project. And I think this is one of the most successful example of cooperation between Fintech Band and banks that a lot of banks around the world strive into. So we had almost $1 billion of loan portfolio. We had almost 6 million customers just within 4.5 years of operations. And compared to other neobanks in Europe and around the world, we have one significant difference. We are profitable. All right, we were profitable. And according to this slide, highly profitable. And this growth that we've seen in Ukrainian market, it's not only the sheer number of accounts opened, it's also represented in the engagement. So 80% of this 5.8 million customers open mobile banking app once a month, and 40–45% open it daily. And this, though we started as a credit card company, and why would you open your credit card company app every day? But while we started as a mono product, we've expanded ourselves in variety of banking products, from installment loan and savings accounts and BNPLs and everything you can imagine from retail bank. We also went to the non-banking products, like we sell an eSIM of a local mobile operator, we sell an insurance. But also we have 2 casual games in banking app. We have a collectible cats that you can get while transacting with our card or doing things in the app, breaking, for instance, the record in one of the games. But this all was relevant before the crazy old dictator decided to invade our country. And you can have your contingency plan. You can plan for a lot of events, but you can't plan for that. This is a video of a rocket hitting one of the very important telecommunication node, cutting us off the main and secondary channel from our data center to one of the payment system, while we were migrating our second data center. And how you plan for that? And maintaining the IT infrastructure, maintaining the service became the #1 priority for everyone in our team, as well as other banks, as well as National Bank. And I'm proud to say that I think we did great, because for the last 75 days of war, we had a couple of hours of outages because of such events. And our colleagues from market also did great. ATMs were working and stacked with cash even the first couple of days of war. But then, if the first, I'm pretty sure you've all seen those photos of people queuing for ATM to get some cash. But in a couple of days' time, something strange happened, because retailers realized that it's really hard to manage cash. So they start to encourage people to use cards instead of cash. So we kind of made a move to cashless society because of that, which is odd. But also, like, on top of the task on maintaining IT infrastructure, just the dynamics of the environment, regulatory and business environment, demanded a very agile and ability to quickly make changes in your IT system and adapt to new new realities. National Bank introduced the credit holidays. There was a lot of restrictions that were changing every day, different limits. You can't send money abroad, you can't exchange money, then you can send, but only from accounts in foreign currency. And then, because of this push for cashless society, banks and payment systems decided to cancel interchange for the time of war. And let me say, it's quite a big change on the financial model of the banking when you do retail. But despite all that, and despite the constant worry about how to keep the bank afloat, we managed to grow. We added almost 350,000 customers from the start of the war. And irony is that we were able to do that because of the COVID. So COVID and the 2 years of lockdown taught us how to operate without relying on offices. So people, either customer support or agents who are manually checking the digital KYC, we were able to log into the system when they were located in the west of Ukraine or even in Poland or in Western Europe. No matter where you are, you can work and you can continue to service customers in Ukraine. And even on the first day of 24th of February, our customer support handled 30% more customer support queries than on a regular day. And to give you an example on what actually happened in the country back then, I was in my hometown in Dnipro because my grandmother was released from a hospital after the COVID, so I traveled there to help her. So when morning of 24th of February, I arrived at the hospital, it was a small private clinic. Only one nurse was there because people were panicking and everyone left. And everyone were with their families, either packing or moving or just buying, groceries somewhere, but not in a hospital. And our customer support agents keep servicing customers because they were able to do it even on the go. Then, after this all settled, because we are still a fintech and we still want to do something, so we are trying to figure out what we can do for our customers. And the biggest ask and the biggest demand there is to help facilitate donations. We created a quick option to send money either to a special account or national bank to support armed forces, or to the biggest NGO called Return Alive. And people donated 1.5 billion hryvnias just within a couple of weeks. And also, to put this number somewhere in the scale, it's around 150,000 average salaries. So it's a huge amount of money. Then we start thinking on how else we can help people facilitate these payments. We create a functionality where you can round up your transaction and send change to armed forces, although any NGO you're choosing. We've created a special page with National Bank to help people from outside the country to donate using Apple Pay and Google Pay and SEPA payment, because we are fintech that we can do better than anyone else. And that's what we were doing like first couple of weeks. But then, of course, there's a customer movement. So this is a very dramatic graph of our transaction outside of Ukraine. As you can see, with customer growth, it was growing from the start of 2021. But then there's just huge jump. And as of now, we have around 500,000 Monobank customers transacting in Poland right now. And it's so that happened that we had been prepared for that on one particular market, in the UK. It's just a coincidence, and in December 2021, we launched a similar product in UK called the Credit Thing, with the idea to service near-prime borrowers with a credit card. basically the same start as we were doing with Monobank in Ukraine. And we realized that after 100,000 Ukrainians moved to the UK, either through family scheme or through refugee scheme, they would need banking account, they would need, they don't understand the local financial service industry, they don't understand what direct debit is. So together with a local regulator, we've created a KYC process specifically dedicated for Ukrainian refugees that not relying on proof of address, but rather just a digital identity and the proof of having the visa to be in the UK. And we start opening accounts for Ukrainians who moved to the UK. And because we are a credit card company, we also able to provide them credit, but not for credit purpose, not for just the credit sake, but because this is a tool for them to start building their credit history in a new country. And we can, because we know them from Ukraine, we can transfer their credit history from Ukraine to the UK. We know who are good borrowers. We know how to lend them money. And it also, like from my personal story, we know how important credit history is in the UK as well as elsewhere in Europe. You can't get a decent cell contract without the credit history. It took me 1 year for my UK phone to start working outside the UK because I didn't have a credit history. And now we're helping them there in UK, but that's just a luck that we were ready. But the more people are moving to Poland and moving to Germany, so hence, the main reason I'm standing here right now is we are looking for a partner in Europe who, as a universal bank, will join forces with us and will let us create this product that will be targeted to Ukrainian first, to service them in Poland, in Germany, in any other country where they end up living, helping them not to settle up from ground up, but to start from the bases they already built in Ukraine, to being able to access credit, being able to get the product that is familiar, and to get the support they needed in their native language, or just to have the piece of their mother country with them, and to support Ukrainian business by using Ukrainian bank. So, if you're representative of the bank, or you know someone who owns the bank or manages the bank, please write down this email and send me a note after the conference. Thank you.